Thank you very much. We are coming from the Limpopo Department of Agriculture and we are working with IK holders. I was really very much impressed by Robert's presentation because actually this is particularly part of the challenges that we are actually facing. But I've got two short questions. One is whether the information that I've collected already on IK profiling is already available for public consumption. And secondly, currently you are operating in Makado. Is there an intention for your organization to be able to expand to the other municipalities and continue doing this very good work that you are doing? Thank you.
Thanks very much. Attempt to play the way now you know, you're right, you're stuck. You know, what we're going to get in. You know, say, yeah, when they are about
Thank you. That's a very important question to the entrepreneurs. And then the last question from Professor Sankara.
Let me join you here to give my honorable perspective. Mine is not a question. Mine is a request. Now, if you take the IKS, when I finish it, then I can summarize it. My request is the IKS is like a coin. If a coin is printed in one side, nobody is going to value that coin. And the coin has got two sides, I said. The first side is the human science part. Now, the second side of the coin is the hard science or the natural science behind it. Now, in my observation for the past 20 years, we are saying that too much of importance has been given to the human science part of the IKS. Now the time has come that the Department of Science and Technology, as well as CSIR or PTA, everywhere, should look into the scientific merits of the knowledge treasure that is existing in South Africa. Basically, if you put a reverse gear and go 100 years back, people lived in this country and they were really happy. Now, we have come to this level and there are some excellent treasure is hidden somewhere, and it is the responsibility for the higher education institution. With the help of the human science, the science faculty should take a right initiative and make sure that we explore and unfold all the secrets behind it and make the community to get the maximum benefit of that. Lastly, the chief has come to the place for the first time. This is a Rupani Science Center. We are very happy that you are here. Please, I request you to visit as frequently as possible and try to give us more space. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Sankara.
Thank you very much. This is a question from Mr. Amaru. On the information being available. The project that they're doing is part of the bigger project of setting up the national recordal system. In the national recordal system, you have different items in it. You must have a catalog so that you can identify the information, people get you the information, but in this catalog, we will identify where the people are, so that we can know how to get back in that. So what we're involved now, working through the Council for the Scientific and Industrial Research, is a pilot study for 6 months to see whether the information they are collecting will be useful for us in terms of our purposes of protecting information, developing the information for product development and commercialization. So at the moment, as we can say that it will not be available to the public because it's part of the development of a process. When the system is in place, it will have 3 levels of access. The public can read at the catalog level what it has. Now, if you want to read further, then you'll be signing a confidentiality agreement that the information that you are accessing is confidential and you must give us your details, who you are. There will be no human being involved, all systems go. And if you want to develop that information further for your own benefit, then you must sign a benefit sharing agreement so that the people that the knowledge has come from can benefit. So we don't want the knowledge holders who have contributed this knowledge to lose out. That's why we must identify them as to where they are coming from, so that in the end, this will be done. And I must say that Mr. Zamaru and my brother Edward here and a few others are part of the steering committee within this province who will assist us to establish where is the IKS documentation center going to be located. Because that documentation center, for knowledge from Limpopo, must be in Limpopo. We don't want to take it to Pretoria. It must remain in the province, and the province government, through the Premier's office, will provide leadership in how we protect it. So probably that would be a rounded answer, give you that it is no, but also give you the trajectory going forward. That this will be actually coming back to you, Mr. Amaru, and Eddie and others to manage as our partners at the